when the sun come up. Check the charts, line the jets, time to run it up. From Delta on the ramp to the southwest line, GA in the breeze, every flight feel fine, real fine. Do it right, learn a little more each ride. Professional vibes, but we still have pride. Every week we stream, come along for the flight. Coastal in the sky with the karate mic. FSBN with the reggae flow. Aki charters, line flights, watch the good vibes grow. Coastal Airways, we keep it fun and true. Come fly this sim world, we saving you a view. FSBN with the reggae flow. Aki charters, line flights, watch the good vibes grow. Coastal Airways, we keep it fun and true. Come fly this sim world, we saving you a view. We saving you a view. Yeah, we saving you a view. We saving you a view. Yeah. We roll out smooth when the sun come up. Check the charts, line the jets, time to run it up. From Delta on the ramp to the southwest line, GA in the breeze, every flight feel fine. Do it right, learn a little more each ride. Professional line flights, but we still have pride. Every week we stream, come along for the flight. Coastal in the sky, everything in a little right. FSBN with the reggae flow. Hockey charters, line flights, watch the good vibes grow. Coastal Airways, we keep it fun and true. Come fly the sim world, we saving you a view. FSBN with the reggae flow. Hockey charters, line flights, watch the good vibes grow. Coastal Airways, we keep it fun and true. Come fly the sim world, we saving you a view. We saving you a view. Yeah, we saving you a view. We saving you a view. Yeah.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to the FSBN channel. Looks like we've got some weird things going on this side. This camera really screwing around. I don't know what's up with that, but I'll figure it out. Welcome aboard. Hopefully you can hear me. We have, well, normally we stream on a Friday, but today we're going a little different just because of the issue with we got to get out. We're going to be gone on Friday camping, so this is kind of what we're doing. That's going to bother me. It's just going to bother me. Let's see how that's better. Okay, good deal. Welcome aboard. What's up, Steve? How you doing? Welcome to, if you didn't see the first video, watch the first video. It's like 14 minutes. We bought a Caravan, and it was a wheeled version. We've got it converted. It's actually for sale on Controller. If you're not familiar, we are Coastal Airways, so you check us out at flycoastalairways.com, and that's kind of what we're about. So this airplane is actually going to go down a Hawk's Nest. We're not going to fly it all the way down there today, but we will do that another time. Might not be a live stream either. It might be just kind of recorded. But anyway, this we're here in Leesburg. This is where the airplane was configured. It was a geared airplane. And the WipAire, which these are Wipline floats, by the way. I think there's 8750 Wiplines, and they're doing the job now. We've got the wheels off the aircraft, so that's cool. We're going to be flying this down to, we're going to be flying it down to, where are we going? We're going down to Tamiami, so very close to Miami. I don't want to land in Miami just because we're not going to be picking up any passengers. It's going to be a ferry flight down there, and also from Miami. It's cheaper to land in Miami Executive than Miami International, so we're going to take Miami Executive, fuel up, get the airplane done, and then we'll head down to our island resort at Hawk's Nest, which I'm excited to see. Chris, what's going on, man? How are you? Shelton, good evening, Captain. 5x5. Hope the week's been good. What did the llama say to the date? Want to go on a picnic? I'll pack a lunch. That's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty fun. All right, let's jump up here. We're gonna jump. This thing is very high, obviously, because it's a this is a Caravan, and so I'm gonna jump in the flight deck really quick. We're gonna do a few things to get this airplane. This is the BlackSquare 208. They've done a really good job with it. I love this airplane. It's a lot of fun. Really simple to fly, actually. Well, I should say simple to operate. But let's jump out of here. We're gonna go check everything. We'll get the airplane pre-flighted and we'll get going. So the first thing we want to do is start right here. Look at these beautiful Wipline floats on this bad boy. It's really nice. Look at how high this thing is. So you'd have to climb up on the float. I wish there's a way we can get on this float. That would even be better. Get up on that wing, check the fuel. That's what I would do. All right, leading edge, and we got that pitot tube we got to get down. You need like a 20-foot ladder to get that wing, that pitot cover off. Let's go walk it. Should be a fun flight. You guys let me know. Do you want me to file IFR or do you want to go VFR? VFR is going to be an absolute pain in the freaking neck. You're going to make me work if we go VFR just because there's so much airspace between us and Florida and Miami. It'd be a disaster. I mean, we could do it, but there's a lot of MOAs we got to watch for. There's restricted airspace everywhere. We'd have to fly over Tampa. Look at this. This is pretty cool. Really nice. They did such a good job. BlackSquare has always done a good job. And these floats they enable us to pack a whole bunch of gear in there. That's where our fishing gear is going to go when we do some fishing charters. See this? This is a rudder lock. You got to flip that down. And you can't obviously grab the rudders. You're just going to have to look at it. It's not like it's low to the ground now. The airplane is lifted. It's got a lift kit on it. Yeah, right. Can you imagine? ELT's inside. That's good. They've done a nice job on these floats. It looks good. We'll see how it flies. All right. Chocks are gone, so that's good. Flaps look good. Ailerons look good. What do you guys want to do? I want VFR just to make you work. Vacation time. That's right, Chris. Oh, man. Vacation time is right. Okay, gear looks good. Again, these are brand new pontoons. You want to make sure the spreader bar is right there. Make sure that's good. The heel, the keel, and the step looks good as well. Nice. These are beautiful floats, man. Really nice airplane. All right, let's get in. Let's go. It's probably hotter than heck in here. So let's go shut the door. Probably want to keep the door open until we get the engines ready, but this thing is going to fire up real quick, guys. We're going to take off on the water. We're going to do a test, obviously, before we go. We're at Leesburg Airport. So this is where Wipline, or WipAire, I should say, was based out of. And this is what they, oh man, guess what I forgot? A stupid engine. It's so high up there, it's hard to see. And so you'd have to stand on the pontoons for this, and then you'd have to take this off. This would be a bad day if you left that in there. There we go. That's good. That's why, hence the flag's in there. It says, hey, doofus, you forgot that. Okay. So we're good there. We've got everything there. Just want to make sure that's good. That should be on. Good. I want to throw that on feather, and that's cut off. All right. So welcome to 208. We're going to get this thing fired up. So what are we doing? Are we doing, by the way, we're going to get some full fuel here on this one. We'll fill it all the way up. There, that's complimentary after we spend a gazillion dollars. It's just us today. 200 pounds. There's nothing. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta just set this to empty. So we're going to go do this there. I'm going to throw it empty there, empty there. It's just going to be us. We're just ferrying the airplane. This is going to annoy me. Okay, all that's good. Take a look at our engine. You can see this is what's so cool about BlackSquare. They have all this like ready to go. It's pretty sweet. And the cabin. Right now, it is hot. It's 104 degrees in here. So if I got in, I'm going to pretend I'm in this dang thing and it's 104. Watch how fast I start this engine, okay? We're going to do this really quick. So just get in. It's hotter than heck. You're in here too. Let's just say battery switch is coming on. Okay, I'm going to test the detector. I'm going to test the lamp. And I'm going to come down here and say, holy crap, it's hot. Upstairs, fuel on. And on. Okay, oxygen is obviously 0 for now. We're going to come down here. We're going to go beacon. On. Cabin. Don't need that. Seatbelts. Strobes. This is nav and this is strobes. Smoke, seatbelts on. Doesn't matter. Cabin's off. Don't need it. Those two are on. Battery's good. We got normal here. Fuel boost. I'll throw it to on. It should pulsate. Brakes coming. On. Back to normal. You see how it's pumping? We're going to throw that on now. Okay, I'm just going to check this. This thing is annoying. I'm shutting this thing off. Hang on. I can't get all these and not, you know, this Discord. I'm just going to have to shut Discord down. Where is it? Discord, where are you? It's hiding. Nope, nope, nope. There it is. So I'm just going to quit it and forget the alerts. Oh, man. Get my manual out. Get my checklist. I know the fuel's running really quick. All right, really quick. Pre-start battery switched on. Fuel selector's on. Oxygen off. Fire shut off. It's in. We're just going to make sure all that's good to go. So I'm going to come down here. That's good. That's in. That's in. We're going to go there. Conditioner levers off. Propellers coming to the max. Power levers idle. Maybe. There we go. So, really quick, they set it at 70% on the throttle. So, hold on. See that? So I just got to throw it to idle really quick. Okay, initial separator. I'm going to go ahead and just keep that. We're good. We're so dang high up. Lights are set. You're looking for the circuit breakers, which could be on this side of the airplane. You drop down, check it all. It's good. And I'm just going to fire it up. IDL clear prop, and we're going to get this thing started right now. Here we go. Time and tide. Wait for no man. All right, let's turn that on. Starters coming up. We are normal ignition. Here we go. Let's get this thing lit. Holy smokes, it's hot in this cabin. All right, so ITT. You want to make sure our ITT is going to be nice. There we go. At least about 20 right here. Waiting for this. Kicking it on. All right, so our fuel. I'm going to go low idle. That thing sounds nice. All right, we're going to turn the aux fuel off. Where's the dang thing? If I could find the right panel for it. What the heck? Up there, there. It's weird. Something happened. Something changed on me. All right, we're going to go trip on the generator. Throw it on. That's coming on. Ignition's normal. Starter's off. Avionics coming on. I'm going to get this aux pump off. And then I'm going to come over here. We're going to turn on cool. That's coming on high. That's coming on high. And that's coming on high. I'm going to shut the window. And I'll show you what we got going on. There's 101 right now. The AC compressor should definitely be coming on shortly. It's not, but I want it to run. We're on cool. You can see the AC fan, the right AC fan are on. Man, it's hot. It's still 101 in here. Jeez. All right, as it continue on that, we'll continue that, continue there, continue there. And we're going to do a couple checks here on the ground. We got 2 fuel tanks are full.
TOS, system
Everything
test okay.
changed. That's coming on. That's good. I don't need weather right now. It's hot, so we're going to monitor that as we go. If you want, you can pull this air on both sides. It's going to let in. I'm going to open the vent air as well. That's from the top of the wing root. And that's going to help the situation out a little bit as well. Let some air in. I wonder if I could throw these on. Nope. 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 Okay. Get to your comments. VFR. Everybody wants to go VFR. That's what we're going to do. Okay, we got good suction on there. Let's do an after start. Start of fuel is off. Fuel boost is normal. Avionics are on. Inverters on. Autopilot. Let's go ahead and test that. It's on. It's off. Flaps are going to be set. We'll do that when we get there. Suction is checked. Engine instruments checked. Annunciator panel is checked. Voltmeters are good to go. I want to check one thing. And I thought I had this all dialed in. Jeez. Now the wrap's on. And I'm going to take my temperature and drop that sucker. Bring it up to about 50, 60 degrees, 65, 67 I'd like to see in this cabin. It's hotter than heck. It's 102 in here. Gosh, killing me. That's just one of those things. By the way, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It helps us out. We will do a run-up as we get to the sea base portion of it. Brakes coming off. Let's go ahead and start our taxi here. We're clearing both sides. Now, word to the wise here, I'm just going to test the brakes and look at our instruments. The brakes are good. One thing I want to do is check the engine. You see the FOD's 5%. We're so high up, it shouldn't even matter. I will check that. We are way off the ground, so it's gonna matter when we get to the water, but right now it doesn't. This thing is super high because you're sitting on those pontoons. We gotta tap those brakes. And we're gonna go ahead and taxi down to the water's edge. There's a seaplane base over here as well, so we're gonna go ahead and test our pontoons. We'll do a couple water tests before we launch. Get it on the step, plow a little bit, see how it feels. Now, if it's getting out of hand, just throw in a beta. I might have to shut those tops of the those air vents. I think they're just bringing in air vents and bypassing everything. Looks good on my side. Looks good on your side. Here we go. I definitely want to stop here. I'm gonna do a run up here. You don't want to do a run up in the water. It's really hard. You're actually on the roll when you do that, by the way, in the water. So since we're on dry land here, we're gonna do a run up. Brakes on. Alright, I'm going to shut these valves down. I want to see if that's going to help the cabin. Because it's hotter than heck in here. It's hot. Oh, we have no oxygen. Come on, guys, really? They didn't serve us with oxygen. It's a good thing we're not climbing that high. Alright, we're bringing up to torque about 400. Right about there. Now I want you to do the governor check. So you're going to push and hold, and then you're going to push the throttle up. About right there. There we go. See how the torque dropped? Good. So what we want to do is come down. Hold that right there. Check our battery. We're going to cycle the governor. Here we go. Prop coming cycle. Watch your torque. Your prop down. Up. Good. Idle. And then we'll go to pressure. Let's go and get a weather report here in Leesburg. I hear it as well. What's up? Is it me? Is the audio sound there static? Okay, there's static. Okay, give me a second. Let me fix it. I know what's wrong. I might have to restart it, but just stay on. It'll be 2 seconds. Thank you. Sometimes that happens where the encoding software doesn't record right, so that's kind of what that was. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check this out. We're going to go VFR apparently. So, and the cabin is now at a comfortable 82 degrees, which is going to try to shut those vents off. Okay, governor's checked. Icing system's not going to worry about. Standby power checked, and autopilot is checked as well. Flight instruments are tested. Seatbelts, we throw them on. Fuel boosts are normal. Ice protection, we don't need it. Lights are set. Controls, I will check the controls. Can't really see much. There we go. And then that's that. And then our rudders worked as we taxi through here. So let's get the weather at Leesburg. I'll show you kind of the direction of flight we're going to do. If you have Navigraph charts or you have a sectional, open it up because you can follow along with me as we go through this. I am going to go on to what is it? VATSIM. We're going to do VATSIM. So we're just going to fly VFR. I'm going to climb up to about 10,500 feet, or I need to go above Tampa's airspace. There's a crap ton of airspace between us and Miami. There's just a ton of it, and it really sucks because it's really hard to fly VFR in Florida when you're trying to go through the cross the state. It's not easy. November 633 Echo X-ray. That's our airplane, and we are. I'm just filing VFR. We are a Cessna 208 on floats. Okay, connect. Whatever. Okay. I need a squawk mode Charlie, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to change a whole bunch of stuff too on my deals. Okay, we got that to the on position. Transponder is on at 1200. We're squawking VFR there. It is on altitude reporting. It should be squawking mode C. There we go. Altitude reporting now. Good to go. Enter. Okay. Sweet. All right, folks. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at some water taxiing techniques. I'm going to go ahead and throw the brake off. And we're going to get the airplane in the water. I'm just going to do a quick check. That is good. That is good on the battery. Brakes coming. This airplane wants to go quick. Generator's good. That's me just feathering it down, putting it in. I could probably try to feather that prop. We'd have no pull if that was the case. Just put it really low pitch. Okay, this is the seaplane base. I should be able to climb right at it and go right into the water here. I don't like those rocks. Water rudders are going to be down below us. Turn the aircraft over here. Okay. Yeah, there would be a dock here or ramp. I'm just going to hit this. We'll get the airplane really slow. Get it into the water. And then I'll show you with a seaplane. Got to wait till the pontoons make contact. See the bottom right there. Not really good. I don't feel it. I feel it. You feel it now? Come up. Okay, so gears coming up. And then what I'm going to do is clear the water here. And then I'm going to drop my, this is a water rudder. Now I'm be able to steer on the water. So what I'm going to do is we're a vessel now. And I'm just going to throw the airplane idle. I want to see where it wants to go in terms of the wind. Because what the airplane is going to do is going to weather vane into the wind for us. Let's go outside. You can see we're just kind of plowing through. Gears up, we're headed right for that boat. A little bit of... Now, you don't really want to go in reverse on the water, but these engines are... you can't just stop. That's the thing about a seaplane like this. You're having to taxi. You know, you can throw it in reverse, try a little bit, but you don't want to get water spray in the engine. It's not good for it. Looks like we got wind here. We got 290 at 7 at Leesburg right now. So what's the airplane doing? Airplanes are at 150. So let's turn into the wind here a little bit. You guys ready to go? Go flap 1. And then we're going to do a couple tests. So I'm going to throw the water rudders up. See, I need to adjust a lot of things here. Okay, that's up for takeoff. We're going to go to... And I'm just going to hold some torque there. I've got a lot of rudder in. So get it on the step. You see how the airplane's on the step? I got full aft stick. I'm just trying to feel how the airplane feels. This is called on the step. So I'm just going to ride that nice, straight back. I'll show you what it looks like. That's on the step. Where most of our, I'm going to go ahead and go Now let's take off. Let's go. This is plenty of... The airplane wants to weather vane and turn us, so I'm going to do a little bit of a turn. There we go. And I'm going to work one of the pontoons off the water. Right there. Right here. Nice and easy. There she goes. Hold it right there. Whoops. Trim, 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 trim. Still feels like we're just kind of hovering.
Ahead. Terrain ahead.
There we go. It was just nice and easy on the climb. Let's get out of here.
Terrain
Nice.
ahead. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Okay, the gear's up. And you can hold like this in a seaplane. It's so nice because I could just level off at 200 feet here. We're headed southbound right now. I do want to get some altitude. Now I can go flaps up. Get some climb in. And take a look at our torque. Torque's looking good. I can push that torque up. There we are. It's good. It was even good on half power. You know, it's like 75% power. We have plenty of runway. That's the cool thing about seaplane. You got plenty of runway. We're going to transition in and out of a nice climb here. And we're going to be trying to avoid Class Bravo airspace, so I'm going to have to turn the aircraft to the west to stay away from Orlando. Orlando's airspace is here. I'm going to climb up to 10.5 so I can get away from Tampa's airspace because that's coming. Let's go 10.5 right there. That'll be good. Go 10.5 VFR. All right, so we're staying away from the Class Bravo. The next airspace we're going to hit, well, if we can get to 10.5 at this heading, we'll go south here in a little bit. I do want to get the autopilot on, just it's going to help us, and I'll zoom out. Right there, autopilot's on. It's going to hold altitude, attitude. Let's go outside, check it out. Nice. All right, I'll do a climb check real quick while I'm here. Lights is required, ignition is good. Eyes protection, going to throw that off, don't need that. Power is set, flaps are up. Climb check complete. So folks, where are we? We are basically on the west side of Orlando, basically flying a south heading. We're going to be kind of on this heading for a bit, and we're okay for a while until we get to, let's see if I can show you on the GPS. Just back it out to touch. Now I'm going to throw in Tamiami to let you know what we need to do here. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to go to flight plan, add. We're going to go Kilo TMB. Miami Exec, enter that. That's good to go. Go back. Take a look at the map. See, look at all the airspace we're going to have to get through. There's a ton of MOAs and restricted airspace, military operations areas, the whole 9 yards. And I don't want to deal with that. So what I'm going to do is get over to the coast. I'm going to get over to the coast, folks. We're basically going to fly westbound. We'll hook up, get over Tampa's airspace. If I could get there at 10.5. Just want to make sure we're not over torquing the dang thing. So just watch your torque. There we are. And then we'll pull prop back just a touch. Get the air starting to bite in. I'm going to climb a little bit faster than this. Let's see if she can climb. We're doing 140, so I'm going to climb at about... It doesn't climb like you guys had just the geared version. This thing climbs a little more sluggish because it's got 2 huge pontoons on it. It's not going to want to climb very good. All right. Get your comments. Mike, what's up, buddy? This is, hope you go updates today for the Caravan. I updated it yesterday. Where I live, I see float planes, and a Serbo has not even got close, apparently in 24. Let's go. Hello, Pillow Productions. How are you? Whoa, you have float endorsement? I do. I see we're flying general today. You're flying this float plane like a pro. Mike, I do have a float plane endorsement. Look, we're going to stall the airplane. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the nose, touch. You know, I want to see how it stalls. Let's see how it stalls. Let's take it off. Let's go. Let's do some air tests with it. Does it stall like a Cessna? Or what? A little bit of rudder. Nice. Nice. Docile, guys. Docile in the stall. Just brake it. There we go. What a beautiful plane, man. That stalled great. I mean, just no problem. No problem. Okay, I'm going to try to get my books here. Let's get in the POH. I want to probably climb at about 120 or so. Okay, heading select, bro. Let's go heading. Okay, heading's on. Turn it just a little bit. Want to avoid the airspace. There's Tampa's airspace too. That's the Bravo. Don't want to hit the Bravo. So we're good on Orlando. We're basically bypassing Orlando. I'm going to do some dead reckoning. Just a minute. Let me look at our performance charts, if you will. Just give me a bit, and we will do the performance charts. We're probably going to want to climb at about 120. So I'm going to say, give me a vertical speed a little bit more than that. I want to do 1,000 to 1,000 feet a minute. There we are. About right there. 67 degrees here in the cockpit now. And you could start introducing, okay, here we go. So I want to do a climb, a normal climb here. We got engine power, takeoff, maximum cruise, normal cruise, descent performance, climb performance. Basically 115 knots is where we want to be. So we're going to climb to about 12,000 feet. We're looking for 1,600 on the torque. When you get there, so I can pull that down. Prop RPM is going to be about 1,900. So the prop's good. We're sitting about 19. I'll pull that prop back down just a touch. We'll get that torque pushed down to, what did it say on the torque? About 1,700 on the torque. So we'll just drop that torque down a little bit. There we go. That should give us about 115 knots on the climb, especially with these pontoons. Let's see, Cargo Master, Amphib. We want about 1,900. So you can see how the speed's decreasing. I'm gonna go down, push that nose down. That's because I dropped that torque down a little bit. So let's see if we can't maintain 115. Okay. So what I'm going to try to do is vary the vertical speed to give us that best rate. Now, the reason why I'm trying to outclimb it, well, we'll be okay. The heading we're on right now, guys, we're going to be heading right down to Lakeland. I know Lakeland very well. This is where I took my seaplane endorsement. So as we could continue to press down, I'm going to go ahead and open one of these valves up on top here. It's going to help mix the air. It's going to kind of let in that airflow, maybe heat it up a little bit. The total air temperature right now outside, I'd have to look up. What do we got? We're pushing, what is that? 60 degrees out there right now. That's beautiful. So I'm gonna actually throw in, I'll show you. We'll come down here and we're gonna put on the whoa, hang on, I gotta, airspeed's good. Gosh. Okay, sometimes it gets screwy And now what's really cool about this is, see this little screw? You can push that screw and all that goes away, which is really nice. I'm going to go throw the bleed air on, and I'm going to open this. Okay, you can see ground pull. I'm going to actually push that. This is aft cabin pull, forward cabin push. We're going to keep that in there. And I'm going to throw this on, and it's going to introduce some bleed air into the cabin. We're climbing 500 feet a minute. This thing is an absolute pig. Obviously, it's got floats. So Disney World is off of the wing here. We're not even close to it. We're in a perfect area. We're away from the Bravo. That on this side is going to be Orlando International Airport. On the other side of us is Tampa. So let's do some dead reckoning. It's hard to do at this altitude when we get a little higher though. I want to just try to see if I can squeak a little more climb rate. Let's try that right there. Let's try about 500-600 feet a minute. I got Lake Placid, that's coming, and we got Lakeland. So Fantasy of Flight, that's coming up. So let's see, what do we see out the window? Let's take a look. Where the heck are we? If we didn't have a GPS, where are we? The thing about Florida, guys, there's so many lakes. Really hard to tell like where you are if you're just going to use lakes. It's got to be, look at that, it's got to be pretty prominent to use a lake. Let's see if we can see something that's kind of gives us a little bit of, and by the way, if this is too loud, I'm going to go ahead and do noise canceling Bose headsets right now. Now I've canceled the noise, so we've got some Bose headsets running now, and we're good to go, which is really cool. Okay, so I want to take a look at the chart. I'm looking at the sectional. Follow along with me. If you guys find Lakeland, Winter Haven, it's Jack Brown's seaplane base is where I got my endorsement at. That's so many lakes right there. They're going to approach 9,000, but I can see on the chart and say, okay, I know I'm heading a southbound heading. We're going approximately, what, 210, about 190-ish. So 190 on the chart. We're in between, we know we're in between Tampa and Orlando. And once we pass south of Tampa, guys, I'm going to start kicking it to the west, and we're going to go right over the coast, and we're going to take the west coast all the way down. And then when we get to like Leesburg area, Fort Myers, we'll start turning east. You can see how the just kind of bleeding off a little bit on the power. So let's go ahead and see if we can adjust the power a little bit to our liking. So right now we got about 19 and 15. So I'm pushing a little bit more torque in there. Get about 17. Maybe that'll give us a little more bump that we need. Looking good here. We're approaching 10,000 feet. Mike, what did you say? But I'll take notes then. Well, not really. All right, there's our altitude alert. Sean, what's going on, man? He says, member and cruise switch tanks Caravan had a little issue in the early days of fuel balance. Yes, it still does. We'll take a look at that. And they actually simulated this. Look at that. 80 knots coming down on the climb rate. Start. Man. Oh, we can get to 10.5, folks. Get that prop to bite a little bit more. Get some cruise here. She's barely climbing at 500 feet a minute. There's 10,000 feet. Can't really do any dead reckoning because the nose is too dang high. So this is about as high as I want to take this airplane, just because of the speed. You can see the deck angle. Look at this thing. We are just... Now this airplane not really meant with pontoons to be climbing a 10.5, guys. have to outclimb this dang airspace, so I'm pushing more torque in, pulling some prop back, trying to get some more performance out of the aircraft and squeak as much performance as I can out of it. We're 80 knots right now. Let's drop down a couple more feet there. We'll say a 10.3 maybe. Let's go 10. Well, let's just go. We got it. And so when we get this long-range cruise, we're going to get going here. Just give me a second. I got to look at my performance charts. Now we're an amphib. We can try to normal cruise power and see how that goes with us. There it goes. It's leveling off. Keep the power in like this. Don't touch anything just yet. And now we're going to get into... we'll start doing some dead reckoning here in just a minute. But I'm going to pull my chart out. Okay, so we are normal cruise power at 10,000 feet. Let's shoot for the 12,000 foot. All right, so torque, we want 1,400 feet, 1,400 on torque. So we'll pull torque back. Once the airspeed increases, it should give us about 146 true and 900 nautical miles on range. So I'm going to pull this back. Torque, coming back on torque. Watch your prop RPM too. So you want to play this game of torque back 1750 now on the RPM. I've got that. Torque is good. Good deal. Nice. See how the airplane is kind of now settling. Good deal. Fuel flow should be right around 308. Fuel flow is about this per. Hang on, I've got to change all this. We're doing about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. So 305 on the flow. True airspeed should read about 146. What are you doing? 158 knots over the ground. Oh my gosh. This is just rough. This is about as good as an albatross does. What do you expect? This airplane not built to fly long legs like this. Is much lower, much faster. It's not fast with these pontoons sticking out. Now, what's really cool about this is a really cool gauge. We can do a whole bunch of stuff with this and get our airspeed just right. Because it's almost, our calibrated airspeed might be way different than what our indicated is. We're at 66. All right, let's do some dead reckoning. So ahead of us, what do we pick out here that's like prominent? Any prominent lakes? I see a lake with like a kidney-shaped bean-looking thing. There's so many lakes right now, it's really hard to determine which one is which. And I know I'm going to be splitting between them. Do we see any airports? Do we see any airports? That's what we're going to look for now. What do we see down there? Huh. Do you guys see anything? Look at all these lakes. Man, this is so much fun. You guys, when I got my seaplane endorsement, I just went from lake to lake to lake to lake to lake to lake to lake. That's all we did. We stayed at 200 feet and we just buzzed around here. It was awesome. So much fun. And I'm trying to look for a road. This is a pretty prominent lake here with this kidney bean shaped thing. And I'm not confident, but it looks like Lake Hancock. And I'm just going to go on a limb and say, all right, what's around Lake Hancock? We've got an airport, pretty big size, on the west of it. So if I look, I can't make it out, but that might be, Highland City. You've got Lakeland, Florida, which is, again, a pretty big airport. I'm just trying to make out if this is what I think it is, and I'm going to call this Lake Hancock. To the east, actually, should be Bartow Executive. And I'm thinking somewhere over here. I don't know that yet. We're going to keep on this track until we get close to the MOA area. And then, you know what? I'm going to skirt the MOA area, you guys. We're going to skirt it down to Fort Myers. That's what we're going to do. How's that? So I think we're approaching Lake Hancock. I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing. And you guys want me to turn my, I can turn my GPS off. The reason why I want my GPS on is I just want to see the airspace. But I'm going to turn off my Navigraph thing. So no more Navigraph. It's not going to tell me where we are, so I'm going to use dead reckoning on the chart. Okay, so this is going to be a lot of fun. So again, I'm looking for an airport to the, well, if this is what I think it is, it would be Bartow Executive, and I'm trying to find, should be on the south side, and I think that looks like the runway here. So this might be Bartow Executive, and if that's Bartow Executive, that is correct. That's Lake Hancock. Now I don't know that for sure. I'm gonna guess with you. I'm gonna push my seat up just a little bit. My squawk code is 1200, sir. I am squawking VFR. Straight up. Yep. Okay, so look at the airport here. This airport looks very much like, actually looks like Winter Haven by Jack Brown. But if you look at Jack Brown's, just looking at the chart here, there's just too many little lakes to say definitively, hey, yeah, that's this airport. So let's see what's around Bartow. Now, Winter Haven, I'm looking at the runway now. I should see 2 runways going basically east-west, and then 1 runway going northeast, something like that. So you see that right here? I've confirmed that this airport is Bartow Executive. And the way I did it was I looked around where I think I am, and I've got 2 runways going east-west, 1 runway going kind of that north-south-ish direction. It's not exactly north-south. And then beyond that should be another little lake, this guy with this little dip on the back. So this is it. That's Bartow Executive. So as we fly past Bartow, I know I'm this side of Bartow, and we're gonna nick this restricted, it's actually a north MOA, and I'm gonna start turning the aircraft ever so slightly just to kind of get away from that airspace. So about 10 degrees is all it's going to be, and then I'm looking for my next waypoint. So at this particular juncture, the only one we'd have is Meade. It's going to be pretty darn rural coming in from this, and it's going to be a lot of square little lakes as we go through this. Looking at the tip of the yeah, that's the only one that's sus. I don't know. You see what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, where did that runway come from? Unless they closed it. I think that's Bartow. I'm going to say it's Bartow Exec, guys. I'm just going to go on a limb and just say it's Bartow. It just looks like it. When you land, can you join Coastal? Yeah. Yeah. What, you're talking to the, you're trying to get the stuff figured out. What's on this side of the aircraft? Let's see. Do we see anything that's prominent now? We know that's Bartow. There should be Lakeland Linder. That should be a little more on this side, basically off that wing. Pretty big airport. Okay, so now what? Then we can't rest on our laurels. We found out where we are. Now we need to look at our next waypoint. So we've got the MOA. We know we're going to skirt around that MOA. Trying to look something prominent. We got Tampa. Worst case scenario, guys, if you're ever lost, turn the dang airplane west. Florida's it's not bad. Eventually you're going to hit water. All right, see that airport? It's pretty big. And maybe that's an airport. I don't know yet. Looks like we're past Lakeland. I can't really tell Lakeland. It's too dang far away, I think. I've flown into there a bazillion times. Kind of difficult to say because, like I said, things are to get a little rural out here now. There's not a lot to kind of go off of. So if I stay on this heading, we're going to try to get into a little city called Meade. And that's pretty much the next. It's going to be a lot of farmland and a lot of square little, I wouldn't call it lakes, but maybe they're plants or farms. Meade is going to be a little town. It's going to be tough to see. It's going to be just teeny. And that's probably going to be, I would think, you could kind of look around. I mean, you could see the air. There's nothing really prominent that sticks out. There's a city right here. And I'm going to guess that is Meade. I'm just guessing. It's a small little town. It's not very big. We're heading basically on a 190 degree heading. So I'd have my little, whatever you call it, my ruler, which I'm going to do on my chart. I'm just going to say, all right, from Meade, if I added a point and went 190, where does that bring us? What is that? Wachula? I can't pronounce that, guys. Wachula. That's going to be a little airport. It'll be tough to see. Anything else that we could figure out? You guys that have GPS got it made. So we're going to keep on trucking on this heading. And I'm looking for a little airport now. It's going to be tough to see because it's super small. But if we're here, it looks like they're strip mines. That's what they're called. These little square looking lakes. You can kind of see, I see a cluster right here. That might help me out. What the heck is that? That's off this side of my nose, so that means it's going to be on the left side on a 190 degree heading. Can also use VFR or VOR, right? Basically, at this point, I think we are either, there are road power lines. That's super tough to tell. Can I see anything that sticks out? How's that in the cabin right now? What is it? 66. It's perfect in here. That's my kind of weather. That's why I like sitting high. I want to see where we are, where we're going. I got this road coming down, but there's a lot of little roads. This is almost looks like a power line. So if we took that, I got to make sure that we're not going to basically skirt the entire. So if I look at the GPS really quick, I'm only doing this for, see this right here? That's what I'm talking about. We're going to skirt this entire area. Just want to stay clear of that airspace. And Lakeland, I thought, was way behind us. At least I thought. Cool cabin, isn't it? It's just pretty sweet. We're only taking 4 people when we fly this thing, so. I'm gonna undo, done, undo. Okay. I was looking for an airport. See, it gets very difficult when it's rural like this. There's not a lot you can sink your teeth in. There's really not a lot. There's a lot of roads. I see these roads. I do want to take that road down because I think that Wachulia is going to be paralleling this road. I think that's it right there. See it? I got the airport. I think that's the airport. And I'm going to follow this road. Looking at my chart, this road is going to take us straight down where we need to go. So I'm going to go heading, and I'm going to turn the aircraft toward this road just a little bit, ever so slightly. And I do want this road on my left side, so I don't want to lose it. So we're going to fly it like this, nice and easy. It's going to take us basically paralleling the MOA area, and then the next Lake Okeechobee is going to be the one that we go. That's the lake. That's our big waypoint that we can say, okay, once we hit Lake Okeechobee, we could see it from up here. We'll know we're getting close, and it'll fly it. We'll bring it right into Miami. BlackSquare did a great job with the plane. Yes, they did. No glass screen and more than pushing a button. That's very true. In real life, has to be Moose. Malls or industrial park. Not what I'm seeing on the chart, man. I'm seeing nothing in real life. In the chart, I've got nothing. Look at the airport. That's it. It's one little runway. We are over a place called Wauchula. Wauchula. CHN is the airport identifier. And we're going to be just taking this dang road straight down. You can see off the nose. That's what I want. Just take that road, and we're going to follow that yellow brick road straight down to Otts. And there's our next waypoint is going to be Arcadia. And it's a little airport. It's got fuel, so it's not as big. I'm going to just slightly get the nose off of, turn to the right just a little bit. I want to get this road off the left side of the aircraft because I want to be able to see it. It's a lot of fun. And another thing is, as we, head down, we are away from the restricted section. We're away from any military operations area, and now we're going to be passing Tampa to the south. So Tampa is going to be over here. You can make out the coast, so Tampa's going to be over here somewhere. So I'm going to just kind of sit up a little bit. There's our road. So our next airport is going to be up here. And I'm looking. We're following the road. We're on this side. It's going to be off to the left. There's going to be a little city. That's called Arcadia. And so I'm just kind of paralleling that, and then we'll see what we can do here. You're flying IFR following roads. I'm not on IFR, I'm flying VFR. I'm squawking 1200. I'm 10.5. Now, one thing, how am I flying IFR? I'm not in anybody's airspace. I'm doing pretty good. Tell you the truth. If you want, I can shut the GPS off. That would be cool. Of course, how do you do that? I just put it on menu or something? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go like this. Let's not cheat at all. How's that? All right, there you go. No cheating now. I'm following a road. This is what I would do if I was flying VFR right now. I'll be looking at this Arcadia. I know this road is going to go down, and I see the road on the chart. So our next airport is going to be Arcadia. It's going to be on the left side of the nose. I'm just kind of looking for it. It's not too far away from that road. And this is what I'm talking about. This road right here is going to lead kind of, then it kind of stops. Or power lines. Okay, you can see a little city, maybe. I don't know yet what's next to that little city. That should be Arcadia if I got it right, but it might not be. And now take a look higher. What do you see higher? I see a big inlet right there. Okay, so if you look on your chart, you can ask yourself the question of what does that look like far away to the west? If we're headed to Arcadia, what does that look like? And I'm going to say that looks like Punta Gorda. If I had my, if I was a bet man, this is Punta Gorda, folks. Right along through here, Punta Gorda Airport is going to be right in this area here. There's a big little, is that a lake? What the heck is that? It's like right here off the nose cal. You can kind of see. Now I'm looking for the dang airport. Where's this Arcadia business? We're following the yellow brick road. That's what we're doing. Now we're at 10,500 feet, so yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, this looks like this little town here. This looks like a little city. I'm not entirely sure. And Arcadia Airport, I got it. Spotting it. I got it. Watch this bad boy. Alright, you guys. So if this is the city Arcadia, I should see an airport to the south. If it is, I see an airport right here. Let's see what the runway looks like. We have we have two little runways. One south direction. Where are you? There it is. This one, and then one grass strip right here. That's Arcadia. Woohoo! See? Visual flight rules right there, you guys. Arcadia. Okay, so now we know we're at Arcadia. We've got the airport in sight. And we've said, okay, if that's Arcadia, I've identified it with the runways and the city. Arcadia on my chart says you're going to have a city and an airport just to the south of it. Done. Now, anything around that, I would say, yes, we are definitely there. Well, ahead, we have Punta Gorda, and I'm going to check it out right now. We've got a little lake up there to the right. Can't see that, but then I could see this little river that comes up. That's the kind of Lake Susie Estates is right around here, and this lake is going to lead into the bay, which leads into Punta Gorda. And Punta Gorda Airport, I should be able to see it over here. It's right up, kind of right next to the city. I'm looking at it, trying to find out. What are you doing? No, this is not a town in Florida. Mike's saying, no, this isn't a town in Florida. Okay. So there's Punta Gorda. We haven't passed it yet. I do want to turn the aircraft to a different heading. Basically, if we keep on this heading, guys, we're going to hit Fort Myers. So I do want to start turning the airplane toward Miami. Now, I know I have airspace. I know that airspace is off to my left is all an MOA area. We're not going to get that far east just yet, because I know we're on the right side of Arcadia, which is right there, by the way. Bang, we're beam it. And now, again, you want to time it and say, okay, what time did we pass this station? How are we doing on our fuel? Not too bad on the burn. Looking pretty good. I've got a cloud bank coming in. Ooh. We might have to go VFR on top, or we go IFR. We'll pick up some IFR flight plan here if we had to. Skip that. Okay. So we're done with Arcadia. Punta Gorda is pretty much going to be the next one. And then we're going to turn the aircraft slightly over to get going on to Lake Okeechobee. I don't want to really get to Lake Okeechobee yet, because I want to be on the other side of it. I want to be on the west side of it. Okay, if we keep on this heading, I want to verify Punta Gorda now. It's going to be a very easy airport to identify. It should stick right out, and I think I see it already right here. Let me look at the chart, verify what Punta Gorda looks like. It's going to have a triangle runway. It's going to be next to a city on the south side of this river. So somewhere over here, and I think that's it right there, guys. Again, what's around it, you just can't look at it and go, oh, that's it. So if you're doing dead reckoning like what we're doing, you just don't want to say, oh, there's an airport, that's it. No, what's around that airport? What's around Punta Gorda that's going to tell you we're there? And one thing, very prominent thing I see is this big city on both north and south, which I see here and here. I see this massive tributary that runs into the Punta Gorda. I don't know if that's bay. What the heck is that? I don't even know what they call that. But I'm looking at my VFR charts, and I've got nothing. So just to show you guys, there's my VFR charts. I have no direction of where my airplane is. None. We're not using GPS. This is just dead reckoning. We're flying this thing by old school VFR tactics, and that's exactly Punta Gorda. I'm 110% sure that is Punta Gorda, which is great, because now I could say, okay, we're going to be crossing this little, it's not a highway, but it's a power line section. And I'm going to start looking up here over the cowling. We got this cloud bank that I, don't want to tango with. So what I want to start doing is pointing the nose in a different direction to LaBelle. And I'm going to use my little measuring tool to find out kind of the direction that we need to fly in. And it might not be dead on, but it's going to be close. Okay, 134 degrees. So that checks out. I want to start going more toward the southeast. So let's go 130-ish. 140 on that range, okay? On And that's going to start pointing us in the right direction. It's going to keep us away from the massive, you know, restricted airspace and all that stuff. But our next one I'm going to be looking for, and by the way, Fort Myers is coming up. Fort Myers is going to be very close to where we are. And this is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough spot. The next one we should see is Payson Ranch. Payson Ranch is a small little airport. There's really nothing going to be between us and that. It's going to be very much rural until we get to a place called a LaBelle Municipal Airport, which I'm just going to kind of keep my eyes out. When we get to LaBelle, we know Fort Myers is going to be off the wing, but I'm just going to kind of look and say, you know, are there any other prominent spots that we could have? There's a place called Tucker's Corner, which is probably going to be between us and Payson Ranch. But I got my eye open for Payson Ranch. It's a private airport. I think it is paved, so we should be able to see it. We in Canada here over the top, something about being able to fly above clouds, provided there are openings. That's exactly right. Provided there are openings, right? So that's another thing. Like, I'm looking at this cloud bank going, yeah. You know, if we were on VFR, which we are, we'd have to maintain clear clouds, right? Or we can go VFR on top, but that, turning on the GPS, guaranteed the GPS at that point, we can't see. We're basically navigating by dead reckoning right now. That's what we're doing. We're not using anything but what the land is giving us and our kind of knowledge in terms of where we turned, how we got there, all that good stuff. And I see something off the wing right now. Now, I don't know yet, because it looks to me just like another farm, but now I can't tell if that's definitive airstrip or not, so I'm not going to say it. But you see this big road? Look at that big old road that cuts down to the west. It just goes west and east. What did I tell you? What we're going to see? Lake Okeechobee. That, friends, is Lake Okeechobee. Big lake, very easy to see. So we know we're at a decent heading. We are a general direction. We're looking for, there's a road that cuts down, let me see, Arcadia. There's that road. I think we have Payson Ranch just south of it. If that's the road, can't be certain if that's the road. I don't know. Hard to tell. It's difficult to tell using a road like this to, you know, what Payson Ranch looks like. It'd be a little strip, and it's difficult to tell on this heading. This is probably going to be the most challenging spot. I'm just letting you know, because there's not a lot between us and the next city, is what I'm trying to say. But I will tell you this. What's on the right side of the airplane? What do we got here that we can say, oh yeah. Okay, so south of Punta Gorda. Should be an airport I'm very familiar with, and that's Fort Myers. We fly to Fort Myers, so I'm very familiar with the airport. I know the surrounding area very well. Let's see here. There's a road. It could be all part of that. Big city. It should be huge. I think it's a little more south than we are. But this is a pretty prominent section. If you look at this, see how it cuts in like that? We know Punta Gorda's behind us. So I think this will be Page Field-ish. I'm guessing. That's my thesis. My theory is Page. I don't know that for sure. I'm going to have to identify a few things so I don't get confirmation bias going, but it looks to me like this might be Page Field. I can't tell where the airport is just yet. It's going to be heavily populated. I don't think that's Fort Myers yet. But it looks... It's hard to make out, is what I'm trying to say. I can't definitively tell you what that is right now. That's where you fly past it. Let me take a look at the other side. It should be a really dense city. Oh, the weather's updating. There's the cloud. You can see this kind of river goes all the way in. Where's that cut? Ah, this should be LaBelle. LaBelle should be coming up on this side of the airplane if I feel like I'm in the right spot. Again, I don't know where I turned, but I'm just tracking right now, just all over the cockpit to see what the heck is going down. LaBelle should be an airport that we should be able to. Anyone do Sun and Fun? Yeah, Mike did Sun and Fun. Chris did Sun and Fun. He had a good time. If he's still on, I don't know if he is. All right, where the heck are we, guys? Trying to pick out this airport on that heading we were on. LaBelle should be on this side. If the theory is correct, you see this river? You guys can't see where I'm pointing, but this river right here runs all the way across and right over the top of LaBelle. Like, and the airport's only one runway, little city. And if that's LaBelle, then we should be running into Page and Fort Myers on that side with a road that's kind of we're following. And the road's really hard to make out at this point because it's going to get busier. My theory is that this is LaBelle town. This is a little city called LaBelle. And if that's the city, the airport ought to be to the south with one runway. And if that puts us there, we are going to be right over like Cotton Strip. And if I look on the right side of the aircraft, I should see Page, and I should see a place called Fort Myers. There. See it? That's Fort Myers. That's Fort Myers. Without a shadow of a doubt, that's Fort Myers right there. Big city here. And there is Page. And I'm going to look right now. Got two runways crossing. Maybe it's Page. Hard to tell. It's a very big city, and I know this is Fort Myers. That is Fort Myers Airport. Again, I'm familiar with it. I understand. Well, that would be Fort Myers. Page might be back more and up. Like over here. I can't make out if that's a runway. It looks like Page. Page is like that. But there's Fort Myers, folks. So we know we've got Fort Myers over here. LaBelle is going to be over here now. And I'm looking for that little airport to the south. Very hard to pick out. Which means we can turn more toward LaBelle now. Man, well. You see the runway? There it is. Alright guys, I'll show you. See it? cursor is. Right there. That is LaBelle. And now that I picked that out, I looked at the city. I looked at the river. It's LaBelle. It's a prominent point up here. It's a VFR point. Great. So now we're going to transition to, we got Fort Myers over here. I'm going to turn the aircraft a bit more over, like a 120. We'll start heading toward the east. Lake Okeechobee's right there. And now we're going to be pushing into Miami's airspace shortly. Float planes and land planes. Navigraph's on my wish list. You have sold me on Navigraph. Yeah, I don't, Mike, I don't think you can go wrong. I just don't, I couldn't fly without it. That's for certain. Okay, what we want to do now is go into kind of, we're going to get into Florida here, so we don't want to go too, we're on a nice heading right now, guys, about 130. Our next waypoint I'm going to be looking for is Immokalee, is it? Immokalee Regional. That's going to be on the right side of the airplane. And that should be coming up. And what I want to do is actually turn the airplane. We already took our turn a little bit, but I don't want to turn too much too quickly because that'll push into Miami's airspace. And we're going to be over the Cypress Swamp very shortly, aka the Everglades. And we're going to be in the Everglades where there is absolutely nothing but I-75, and we'll kind of shoot for Dade Collier Airport, and then once we get there, we can drop in, and then we'll go to Tamiami. We'll take a look to see if Miami Center's online. If they're online, then we'll go ahead and call and get clearance into the Delta and all that. So we've got a little more fuel on that right tank than the left tank. What's cool about this is I could tap it and see what it's going to do. So there's a little more fuel. Not too bad. Isn't that cool? You could tap these gauges. They did such a good job because that's what pilots do, to tap the gauge a little bit. It's only like sloshing around here, but the indifference is not too bad. If we wanted to draw more fuel off of the right tank than the left, what we would do is we would, I mean we can, it's only one engine, so I can throw this right tank, or throw the left tank off, and then we burn from the right. I'm thinking that, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna shut off the fuel. I'm thinking twin engines here. Don't want to do that. Okay guys, where the heck are we? We got to figure it out. Immokalee. I might need to turn a little more. We're going 140. I might need to turn just a slight smidgen more to the east, okay? So if I add this point, I want to get the aircraft on the heading of, let's see what we got, about 60 miles. 150 on the heading. Woo, we're not, we're a little too aggressive there. Well, let's turn it to a 150 heading. I've got a little lake. I'm gonna click done. So you see this lake right here? That's pretty standoff, right? That's a standoff lake. I think I know where I am right now. I'm looking at the chart, and it's a waypoint called VPFA by Corkscrew Trace. And if I looked at here again, I know exactly where I am. See this lake? I'm looking at the chart. I see a lake. I see a city right here, and I see an airport right there. Bang, bang, bang. And that airport is Immokalee, whatever the heck it's called. Immokalee. And we're right where we need to be. We're going to be flying right next to that airport, basically on a 150 degree heading. And if we stay on this heading, we're going to hit I-75, very prominent road that's going to basically be south of this airport on this track. And I could try to see it outside right now. I-75 is going to run west to east. That's basically to cut right through the Everglades. So I'm waiting for wind control to put out the 737 overhead. Once I get that, I'll look at Navigraph. Yes. Good. What do you guys think? You guys like it or what? Is this fun? Now this is going to be a 4-part series because once we get to this airport, I'll film it and it'll be another flight over to. We got to reposition this airplane over to Hawk's Nest. We got to go to Hawk's Nest. Okay, there's that. There's something weird here, and when I say that, I try to look on the chart. So we are heading toward Miami, by the way. If you didn't know, we're basically heading on a 140 degree heading, which is going to take us basically straight to Miami. We stay on this. I got a lot of cloud here, so that could force us more east. Yeah, that's a Mokalele or whatever the heck it's called. A Mokalele. Man, look at that place. Look at grounds elevations feet. So can you see off? What I'm looking out is this. This is Lake Okeechobee, by the way. We're on the south side of it. See, after Lake Okeechobee, what the crap is that? It's a pretty prominent, like, lake. Or is that where the Everglades starting? You know, I don't know yet. I can't tell. It's not on the chart, so if it ain't on the chart, forget it. South side of the lake, more toward the south. I can't tell what it is. And remember, I don't want to enter Miami to the north. I want to enter Miami from the south, coming into from the west. So if you guys fly airliners into Miami from the north, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because you got to kind of go to the west side of the state, and then you turn east into Miami. I think it's like Fort 04, I remember, in Fort Lauderdale. There is something about VFR flight that's just too cool. There's a lot. I think you got to think, right? You guys are not. You guys see, I'm not seeing anything. I'm just dead reckoning. And how cool is it that we can do this in Flight Simulator? We were never able to do this before. You can honestly dead reckon now in 2024. 2020 is good too. Pretty much. Now, I don't want to keep flying here. Again, this is going to be a tough one. I'm looking for a Mokalele Big Cypress airfield. So you can't rest on your laurels, is what I'm trying to say. You got to stay diligent. You got to figure out where you are at all times. Now, that airport is going to be a little town, and it's a little, I think something looks like an airport right there. Now, this airport, pretty big runway, and there's a little town to the south of the airport. Now, I don't know if that's it or not. Remember I said I-90, I-75, we haven't passed it yet. I-75 is a massive, massive road. It's being sus right now. I'm being very suspect because I don't know. Now, if that's I-75, I-75 is going to go straight to the north of Miami and send us right into Fort Lauderdale. Now, we don't want that. We see these clouds approaching, which might be difficult. I cannot believe this is not on my chart. Like, that is so bang. Like, that's easy to pick out. Trying to figure out where we are here. I don't like these clouds, man. Now, the issue is, if I pick up these clouds, and if they're not, doesn't look broken to me, I mean, we're going to be above them. That's not the problem. The problem is I can't see anything below us. That's the problem. So we end up being far on top. The problem is, anybody see a town? It's going to be pretty hard to pick out stuff now. I'm not too certain that's an airport. Or isn't. But we've got to be approaching this place. That's a pretty big cut of a road right there, but again, hard to tell. You don't want to follow something that you think it is and you haven't, you know, really said it was, or, you know, so I'm just going to hold off. I'm trying to see, let's see on the right side, if there's any prominent spots on the right side. This is going to be all Everglades, so it's going to be really hard to get anything out of this. I mean, you got this road. This I honestly, I think this road is I-75. Kind of cuts through here. Let's see, it should go all the way. There's Lake Okeechobee, so we know we got Lake Okeechobee right there on the south side of that. We know where we were. We know we're heading in essentially a 140 degree heading. 130, about 140. I might want to turn, I don't want to turn too early though, because we need to go to the south side of Miami, not the north side. And I-75 is going to cut straight across. And I'm looking for that dang. Ha ha ha. What do you got for me, sir? There's a big prominent road driving right down here. I think I might need a turn. You guys. What we're trying to do is Dade Collier. When we get to Dade, which we're getting close. I'm going to tell you, I know we're getting close, guys. That, if we keep flying south, we're going to hit the Keys. I mean, you guys know that, right? I don't like these clouds. The problem is with the clouds, we can't see below us, right? That's the only thing that I'm a little concerned with. Let me see if I can pick out. There it is. Sweet. All right, so look, see that airport? That's a runway, and that runway gives us, is that Cypress Airfield? It's paved. It is paved. There's a little city, town to the south of it, which is right here. That's it. So that means that this road, we haven't hit I-75 yet. Now, I-75 we don't want to take, because I-75 is going to take us right to Miami. North side of Miami. I don't want to be on the north side of Miami. So we want to go to the south side of Miami. So, and we're pretty darn close to that airfield. So take a look right here. We're pretty close. So that might mean I need to turn more toward the cloud, not away from. So let's go to 150 and see how we do there. All right, see this massive road? That road That's I-75. And that road, if we took that road, it's going to take us straight to Miami. Hi everyone. Hey Pops, how are you? Welcome aboard. We are buzzing around listening tonight. The problem is, it's going to take us deeper in the cloud where we can't see nothing. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue, potentially. All right, our next waypoint on this heading, Dade Collier Airport. We got to be careful. We want to bust Bravo, so we will have to turn on the GPS shortly, but I want to try my hand just a little bit more on this. As once we pass I-75, which is right here below us, see this massive road? That's I-75. Looks like the left is burning more than the right on the fuel tank. So I'm going to go ahead and shut off the left side fuel tank. We'll shut that off. We'll burn from the right. Okay? That's not too much, but I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off. It's always scary to do that. And then we're just going to keep the right side open, and then we'll burn down from the right a little bit. No, this is a lot of fun. I mean, to me, this is what flying's all about, guys. It's dead reckoning. It's just super cool. No GPS, just a chart, your eyeballs, and what the Earth gives you, right? That's it. Like, what can you pick out? And this is I-75, this road. Again, that'll take us straight to Miami, to the north side of the airport, which I do not want to do. We want to approach this to the south side, not the north side. So we're going to keep trucking, and we'll see how that goes. Our next, okay, so what I really want to hit is Dade Collier Airport. Now, I think I need to turn more south. I hate to tell you, but I almost think I need to turn, like, due south to get to that airport, because if I keep going the direction we were, if that was Big Cypress, which it was, we are going to be on the north side of the airport and not the south side. So I'm going to do 180, basically due south now, and I'm going to clear this. I'm looking at my, if I have a ruler, let's say I have a ruler, because I would have a ruler, and I do have a paper chart too that I can use. And I'm going to throw, but why use a paper chart when I can just add a point, swing that thing down, and say it's about 28 miles, looks like 177 degrees. So 150, yeah, it's about where we're pointed right now. This is the Everglades. That's I-75. We're over the Everglades, folks. So now we're looking for another airport. And it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Like, it will be. That's the airport. And that's going to be Dade Collier Airport. Now, this is not dry ground, I tell you. This is full of snakes, alligators, and any kind of wildlife you can think of that wants to kill you is in here. And we are in a single-engine aircraft. And there is the airport. As clear as day. I told you it's going to stick out like a sore thumb, and it has. Now, confirmation bias. I've just said that's the airport without ever looking around it. Well, is there anything around the airport? No. There's a road to the south side of the airport, which we are going to take into Tamiami. We're almost there. So there's this little road, and that road is called, this airport's called Dade Collier Training something. Let me go ahead and undo this. Undo. This is Dade Collier Training and Transit Station. Looks like it's a C NOTAM. It's a Class E surface. Effective hours. We're way over the top of that. That's the airport, and we're actually passing. Remember, I said I think we need to turn more south. Well, guess what? I need to turn past south now. because I'm going to want to fly over the top of that airport here on this side and fly more south, and then we're going to go right into Miami Executive, and it's coming up. So I'm going to get a weather report from Miami Executive, folks. I think this ride's almost over. Let's go to search. I'm going to go to Kilo TMB. Miami Exec. Let's go and open it up. Weather right now. Miami Executive 1008, 10 miles of clear skies. They don't look clear to me. I don't know what they're talking about, but that is definitely not clear. Where's our little airport? Are we passing yet? Probably right under the airplane. There it is. I can see it over the nose. See it? Okay. So this is Miami-Dade Collier Airport. We're going to want to start our descent here shortly. Great winds, 3002. Let's plug that in right now. So I can't see. 3002. Right there. Okay. Wait, I thought we were flying over Florida, not DC. What's with the killer wildlife? In the Everglades? Dude, we're over the Everglades. If we lost this engine, well, we'd have an airport. I'd sit here and circle. But we would be dead meat. There's tons of wildlife in here that wants to kill us. There's pythons the size of a truck. There's alligators everywhere. It's just nasty stuff down here, man. You do not want to go down in the Everglades. Shark River. There's no sharks, but still. Do you know the Everglades is a moving river? Did you guys know that? It's pretty cool. Okay, guys. So we're heading south. I think this joyride's over. We're going to go ahead and get going. Okay, what online store do I get a paper chart for Washington State? I don't like flying over the Everglades. I use the Pilot Shop. I got all my paper charts. Matter of fact, I think, where the heck is my paper chart? Is it right here? No, I just got a paper chart handy. I've got all of Florida. It's because of the VFR flying we do sometimes. We're right over the airport, and so yeah, especially single engine, right? You don't want to fly over the Everglades single engine. Low. I agree. So this is my Miami sectional right here. This is a paper chart. I have it on my iPad from Navigraph. And remember I said we're going to follow that road? Well, I lied. That'll take us right to Miami. Well, you know what? I will follow that road. So I'm going to open it up and show you. We are right there. And we're going to follow this road into Miami. So here we go, folks. Without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start a descent. I'll bring it on down to 3,000. We'll turn on our GPS now because we're going to be entering some airspace, and that's where we're going. So we're going to basically follow this road. I'm still not looking at that GPS because I know exactly where we are. No worries. We're going to take this road straight in, and that'll bring us right into Miami Executive to the north. And we need to get under 4,000 feet. And the reason why we need to do that is we're going to not bust Class Bravo. So I'm going to bring it on down. There we go. About 1,500 feet a minute. Beautiful. Let the power, keep the power in, just let it cruise. Now that's 2,000 feet a minute. That seems like a little bit a lot, so I might just back that off just a touch. We still have probably about 20 miles to go. Lots of fun. What's the cabin 66? What's our oxygen? Our oxygen is 91. That's not too bad. You know, as you get, you know, 10,500 feet, look at your ear discomfort. Medium. It's not pressurized. So you'd have to be on oxygen. Can we have oxygen? No, because we don't have any oxygen in the airplane. There's nothing in there. So we have to go and get oxygen. We don't need it, you know, as long as we're below, oh, I think it was 11,000. Jackalopes. Yeah, it's such a nice, we're going too fast. Gotta slow down. Dang it. Try to get cute. How we doing on our fuel? I'm gonna open both tanks now. We're burning well. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna point the aircraft over just the south of this road. Remember, I don't want to bust Bravo, and I'm coming into it right here. You can see Bravo's coming up. Right there, that's Bravo. That's 4,000 feet though. So if we took this road in, we're gonna bust Bravo. So we're gonna get below 4,000 feet. I'm gonna go ahead and descend a little bit quicker now. 2,000 feet a minute. Bang. We're just gonna go to the south of the road, and then we'll take us all the way into Miami Airport. Hopefully you guys had fun. There's an alert area. That's good. We're going to have to thread that needle. I see it. There's 6,000. Yeah, we're good. We're going to be under the Bravo anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and turn right now to the east. And I want to get down below 3,000. Let's go to 2,000 feet. That'll be perfect. All right, guys. So basically, we're headed over to Miami right now. The Everglades are directly in front of us. We're at 5,000 feet. I'm going to slow the descent just because we don't need it that much. The light's coming on. Perfect. We're going to be landing to toward the east, so yeah, pretty good, guys. What'd you guys think? How'd we do on our dead reckoning without any GPS, just looking at a chart and outside? It's pretty fun. I enjoyed that. Okay, I'm going to turn off the heat right now. I don't need that open. It's going to get hot. That's why I'm going to go ahead and close this vent. I want the AC on. $3,000. So we're under the shelf. Dang it. We're under the shelf of Miami's airspace. So as we punch through 3, we're going to go under it. And I'm going to start turning the aircraft. We're going to be on final approach. Believe it or not. Cool. Okay, we're under the shelf now. I'm going to go and push the throttle up. Get some torque going. You know, its looks are so deceiving. It looks like, oh, that's a nice soft. It's just field. No, it's not. It's water. Everglades. Yes, sir. Okay, so if you're wondering, we're under the class Bravo, which is Bravo's above us. So we're under it. And we need to be at 3,000 feet, and we are. We'll be setting up landing on the south side of the runway here. There's a couple of hangars to the south. That'll be good for us. At 9 right. Welcome to civilization. We'll turn due east here shortly. We'll get the airplane ready to go for a landing too. Mike says, no thanks, I'd choose life. Take an airboat through the glades. Yes, I would. Jackalope scaring on locals in Wyoming. Below 12,500. Yeah. Got the airport in sight. Okay, descent fuel selectors on both. Lights are on and our GPS is good to go. Let's go ahead and get this going. Alright. Gonna turn off the thing. It's gonna be a gear down landing. So we'll have to throw our gear. And I'll be looking for the airport. Trying to see it right now. I don't see anything yet. I think I see it. I gotta turn a little more to the south to line up with 9 right. There's a restricted airspace to the south of us. That's an alert area, concentrated flight training, so that's fine. It's not restricted, it's just an alert. Does anybody make out the airport yet? Just yet? Okay, Miami is not on, and let's take a look at live traffic. I see the airport. Oh, I think I do. Got it. Got in sight. We're on it. Okay, I'm gonna push up the power here. I'll kick off the autopilot. It's going to bite the air a little bit more, create a little more drag, basically on a long final. So we're going to follow this road in, and then the airport's right there. You can see the runway right there. So 2,000 feet, we'll stay here. Got to keep it in trim. I will start a slow descent. This airplane's pretty darn stable. I really like it. It's really fun. Alright, let's slow the aircraft down. So push that in. Right there on the prop. That should decrease our speed a little bit. Torque coming down. We're coming way down now. All right, get ready for the gear. Gear coming down.
Set gear position. Set gear position.
little farm. There's a lot of little farms out here, huh? Okay, about right there. I'll hold that power. Stop the descent. Hold it off. Get some flap in there. Once I get a little slower, about below 120. All right, let's load one notch of flaps. Here we are. We got second notch flaps. Nice. A little bit of crosswind coming in from the right, looks like. When we get a little closer, we'll go third notch. And obviously, I'd call and say, you know, Tamiami Executive. What the cool thing about this Cessna is that
9 right.
you could really, full flaps please. You could really slow this thing down. Like, it is insane on how slow you can get this airplane. Super cool. Now I will flare the
500.
aircraft. I will flare it like a 737. Just because of the pontoons.
Gear is down for runway landing.
Thank you. Pitch it up. It's weird. Whoa. This airplane really stable. I mean, just super nice to fly. Really nice. Yeah, the noses were kind of that crab. That's like no wind at all. Alright, level. Just gonna kind of keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, hold it. Hold it. There it is. We don't need any reversers. Welcome to Miami Exec. Slow that down a little bit here.
Approaching 3 1.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is throw this to a slower idle. I'll go down low pitch. Flaps coming up. Yeah, thanks for that. Mike says, I think Mike said good landing. Oh, Steve said it. All right. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. These wheels are castering. Okay, I'm gonna go right there and stop. Brakes coming on. Let's shut our lights off. We'll get everything shut down. And I'm gonna take off my headset. See how loud it is. Not too bad. That's off, lights off. keep those on now. That is off. One thing I want to see, throw that off. That's off. You can open this window. Look at, see, there's FOD. There shouldn't be any FOD going in this engine. We're so high. We're extremely high off the ground. There's no FOD. So I'm just gonna, we shouldn't pick any FOD up. Okay, avionics coming off. Motor's coming down. We're just gonna go ahead and throw it in the feather. So what feather does is it takes the pitch of the prop and just flattens it. So there's no drag on that propeller, a minimal drag. All right, let's shut it down. And listen to that. And that is good. Battery's coming off. Well, we made it. We're done. I get to get out of the aircraft and we'll put the chocks on it. I do need to see how much fuel we have on. All that good stuff. Can you join? Yes, I'll join Coastal, buddy. All right, guys. So we made it. That's the good news. We'll go ahead and write how many hours we got on the airplane and our fuel load, and then we're going to fly this airplane from here over to our island, Hawk's Nest. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're not going to do that today. I might do that filmed or something. You might see it just because it's going to be a longer flight. But, you know, it's probably going to be about an hour and a half maybe of flying. And I'm not going to fly very high. It's going to be super low. But I hope you had fun. I hope you guys liked that Dead Reckoning. Super fun to fly VFR like that, and especially with all the airspace and things of that nature. You're trying to figure out, you know, everything. Looks like we got 127 gallons left and 125 with 3.0 on the Hobbs. All right. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you again next week. We're probably going to be flying a line flight next week, guys. We'll be in a 737 on Friday. This Friday I won't do it just because I'm out. I'm camping. So until next time, keep the blue side up and the brown side down. We'll see you guys on next week. Have a good one. I gotta shut this off. I'm gonna do that. There we go. See ya.
We roll out smooth when the sun come up. Check the charts, line the jets, time to run it up. From Delta on the ramp to the southwest line, GA in the breeze, every flight feel fine, real fine. Do it right, learn a little more each ride. Professional vibes, but we still have pride. Every week we stream, come along for the flight. Coastal in the sky with different mind. FSBN with the reggae flow. Aki charters, line flights, watch the good vibes grow. Coastal Airways, we keep it fun and true. Come fly this sim world, we saving you a view. FSBN with the reggae flow. Aki charters, line flights, watch the good vibes grow. Coastal Airways, we keep it fun and true. Come fly this sim world, we saving you a view. We saving you a view. Yeah, we saving you a view. We saving you a view.